Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LPL matchup.
Board coming out, they should be able to see these Raptors, and Tian, if he wants to move into mid, is looking potentially at a flash from Linfeng.
Tian can look to close the distance with a flash W, but because of the mist, he can just close the distance with the movement speed, and Linfeng is just going to accept his death. No point in burning the flash, and first blood and the first feat of strength is awarded to Tian and Weibo game.
Ooh, are they going to continue to push for this? If Tian's able to grab the last grub here, he's able to get level 6.
Oh no.
Oh
He
no,
might
oh
have to
no.
flash. Hong is going to tag him, and now Hong is in trouble, but the flash from the Braum tags him with the winner's bite. Concussive blows fully stacked. Xiaohu takes the second kill of the game.
Oh my god, so not only, they're not going to finish this, he's actually going to try and steal the objective for OMG, so now it's going to be the second objective here taken by Weibo. Maybe we see from the side of OMG, they try to make a play after this objective is taken, but there's no level 6 here for Moham either.
Smite from TM, but there's the Paranoia Shockwave combo right onto him, but he flashes towards the wall, and then Heart breaks out to get out alive. Weibo
spotted out. I think right now, so far in the first 10 minutes, Tian has had a masterclass in the jungle. Despite the lane swaps that were happening, he's been able to focus resources.
Linfeng still has a flash to work with. Xiaohu just chunking him out. Moham goes in for the Pop Blossom. Hong is taken down, but Tian is now going to look for the resets. No flash, no Heartbreaker. It's all on light to slow him down, and there's the first reset, as now he has access to another Heartbreaker if he can get in range, but Moham has already cleared.
While he won't have ultimate, he is going to be able to have so much damage, and with Moham also out of the fight, this comes to a point where, are they actually just trying to cancel? They're just canceling his TP now. So he's not going to be here in time.
Well, they're sending the Paranoia mid lane, trying to look for Starry, and, you know, damn through all the efforts, no flash available for Light, just a cleanse, and it's not enough to protect him from the 3-man dive that OMG orchestrated in the mid lane.
Up 5 seconds away. You're missing out on Light, but now you can even bring the two top laners to TP. I think we're just going to have to fight for this if you're Weibo.
Yeah, Xiaohu is collapsing, already dashes right onto Starry, but Moham with the Pop Blossom, another 2 people! Hung tries to flash in to connect the Shockwave, but he flashes away, it doesn't matter, Xiaohu still falls. All on Starry being able to stand up tall and deliver for OMG. Second dragon of the game goes to them. He doesn't really have any tools to protect him, and with Moham going on this Nico and going for the Proto Belt first finish, there's not going to be a Mikhails to give him that extra cleanse ability to deal with any incoming CC. As Rift Herald charges into the mid-tier 1, they take it out. There won't be a subsequent charge going on for them. But they might try to look for the collapse in the Linfeng, but the arrow sails wide. The main person taking up space for the side of Weibo Gaming as the rest of OMG trying to wait in the brush, but the arrow connects right on top.
There's Moham
with the counter engage. It stops them in their tracks. There goes Hung into the backline, trying to link his claws right down on Light, but Light is able to stand tall and deliver with the arrows, and the rest of the engage from OMG falls to its ground, and Weibo Gaming able to take out 3. They only lose Hung in the fight, but this is 2 objectives surely going over to Weibo.
It didn't even matter that Xiaohu got caught early. They weren't able to get that much damage. Hung and Linfeng did not find the engage onto Light, and that means it's going to be the Dragon here for Weibo, the big new hotness on the Rift, but they just want to really power farm a lot of gold onto players like Xiaohu and Tian by, and 10% magic penetration. This is absolutely insane. Xiaohu does a lot of damage, especially with the Storm Surge. Seems like OMG, they're going to try and fight after the Otacon, but they're going to already have the GA here for the side of Weibo.
Oh, they got a ward down, but Tian secures it. Hung goes into the backline, tries to look for Tian, but the GA pops from the Otacon objective. Moham falls to Xiaohu with the Between Worlds. OMG are still fishing. Maybe they can get Harry into the backline. Great use of the weirding to slow them down. Harry doesn't get a chance to lock down any further players as Breathe brings him in with the all-out, but Harry's in trouble as Light is pouring arrows right into the other backline, and Breathe is still alive, and he's going to force the issue. They've got the temporary GAs. It allows them to continue fighting, and Xiaohu is back on the map thanks to the teleport. He rejoins the fight. Tian is there as well. The Heartbreaker splits up Linfeng and Harry, as now Harry has nowhere else to go. Tian picks it up, and Dimitri, I think this is pretty much game for Weibo Gaming. Otacon secured, 6 grubs secured. Weibo Gaming 4,000 gold ahead. OMG, they are cooked.
That's it. I mean, they got the GA, and I was like, okay, that's great. You're able to grab the GA for yourselves. You know, you're having a numbers advantage, but I mean, the gold doesn't say all that much. It's about 5,000. It's going to be a lot more with all the
Hey, you know what? I'm not looking. It's okay. I'm going to continue talking about the 2v4 essentially that Breathe and Light pulled off. Just being able to play that choke point, the fact that they cannot actually push through the volley of arrows since their health bars were so low. Harry thinking that this is, you know, a good push that they can make for it, but, you know, Weibo Gaming being able to just overcome it all. And a great siege push on the top side. Nets them, the first inhibitor of the game. Harry does get a chance to push on the bottom side and take this tier 2, but it only look for a pick. Moham, good night. Hung does look for Light in the background, and he finds a trade kill back. But Harry could be next as Breathe now tries to jump forward, trying to create space. But the only carry left is Tian and Xiaohu, and Tian is low. They can play for Viego resets, but it's going to have to be on Breathe and Hung to make that space happen. And with Xiaohu already limited on the burst damage with no ulti available, this is OMG's map to play for right now.
All right, that looked pretty sus there for a second. You just have to go here for OMG. There's no point. We're not going to be able to get level 16 on Hung, but we do have level 16 on Linfeng. Dragon's already basically done now. They can't get in range.
Yeah, and it's in fog. Xiaohu just pops the ulti just to make sure that OMG cannot get through that choke point. Effective tool to deny any contest, and that is Mountain Soul secure for Weibo Gaming. This should be their fight to win. Harry is split off completely from the rest of the team. He's about to go Mega. There is complete darkness. The paranoid shockwave misses as Light is able to distance himself away. Big Gnar ultimate from Harry, but it's not doing much as it's trying to create an escape. A possibility for OMG. But Starry might be run down here. Still no flash. The winner's bite connects, and here comes Xiaohu. Looks for the weird. Good night, Starry. Talk about some damage from that Stormbringer. My goodness. Flash. Wave, I don't think he's going to get into this pit.
It's so difficult to fight. They have a Mountain Soul now. You even have Bloodthirster coming in here for Light. If the two tanks here for Weibo decide to pick up their boot enchantments, they're going to get max.
There was a couple times when Weibo Gaming played the engage a little too fast, right? We talk about that second dragon fight where, hang on.
Here we go.
Conversation is now as Light forced to pop the stasis, tries to flash backwards. Moham follows up, closing the distance with that Protobelt, and Hung tries to flash on top just to stay in range, but there's too many people protecting Light. As he's going to send an arrow downtown. That might wet. That arrow's going to hit your fridge, Dimitri. Just watch out. Just stand to the side. Shockwave. It doesn't matter to Breathe as he is unmovable in that W, and Harry tries to throw them all into their Nexus, but there's nothing else to be done for the side of OMG. Harry, the last man standing, is not going to be able to withstand this siege coming in from Weibo Gaming, and this is game 1 going over to them.
Oh my god. Weibo is literally diving them with Nexus turrets not even available to be hit. All the inhibitors were still up while Weibo are diving them. That's going to be game 1 taken here.
Or live Linfeng's Ambessa, but, you know, just knowing most of his champion performances with control mages.
Maokai, and he doesn't have his nature's or his twisting advance quite yet, so he'll get it off of this Gromp, but I think the timing is just not there.
Yeah, he's actually skipping the Gromp. They're just going to start off the dive right now. Who's going to start up? Breathe dodges the crash down. Makes them look a little bit silly. The Ignite is ticking down, but Moham is trying to take up the turn shots. No! First blood of the first feat of strength goes over to Breathe.
There it is. GG.
It's disaster for OMG. Weibo Gaming making them look what happened on that bottom side of the map. They just now have to, you know, try and farm their way through the next few minutes and try to play to their comp strength as Moham is actually going to force this engage on to Breathe, but he's super deep, and no one from OMG can really follow up, so now that just felt like a waste of time, and the rest of OMG now just scatterbrained as they're all going in one by one. I mean, Linfeng now tries to send it on the public execution, but can't really commit to the play, and the rest of Weibo Gaming are just, you know, scratching the heads going, I mean,
this was a team that, despite having some young upstarts or some players that necessarily haven't gotten all the most shine, was a team that unfortunately just didn't have too much in the way of shot calling. Now, Breathe literally takes no damage, by the way.
And it takes a while to take him down. But they eventually get it, and Hung cutting off his escape route means that Breathe could only... I mean, the nice thing...
No! 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 No!
He might be fine. Hang on. Let him
Oh, I don't think he's dying. I just think he's messing up his team's tempo. Like, they all wanted to recall. I think... Maybe they'll play on the next wave for the Grubs, or they're just going to get
just taken by Tien, so he can support this push. This is first turret going over to Weibo Gaming. No more opportunity for OMG to play for the feats of strength. Detection from Hong and Light. So they have an opportunity to try and force an engage. it would have to be off of Moham. Starting at Q Flash, the equalizer does not connect onto Light as he backs up, flashes away, cannot save his support, and OMG at least pick up another kill for the Troubles.
All right, I mean, Weibo are going to have so much gold. Tien again here, now with the Trinity Force, walks into the turret with his mid laner. They take this turret, they can take this wave, then move on over. It's going to be OMG answering with the Dragon on the opposite side, but I don't think it matters. Look at how much gold they're trying to get into this mid-jungle duo from the side of Weibo.
Yeah, I mean, this is their way of combating the gold generation that OMG are trying to play for on the map. This is now them leveraging so much map control, taking out that second tier turret in the top side of the map. They can now get pretty much... Nice, man. Good teleport. OMG still want to play for this fight, though. Tien might be in trouble. Tries to use the clone, but still gets tagged by that Maokai ultimate, and the equalizer is cooking him alive. Hong might be able to get out alive, but it's a flash, and Linfeng secures the kill onto Tien as well. Light, meanwhile, just taking the map advantage that they can go for, pushing through mid lane. Breathe and Xiaohu going for the turret on the bottom side of the map. Linfeng had teleported in, but Light wants to flash in. Public Execution will turn around for just one moment, but he cannot escape the wrath of Light as he sends a full bullet time channel, and the rest of Weibo Gaming continuing to leverage map control on their side.
This line of play from Weibo is just having to be a Xiaohu team. Xiaohu, I think in 2023 was one of the best split pushing mid laners and was one of the people to actually get on the Tristana hype train a little bit before everybody else. And then we got to see him in the AD carry meta. Obviously things didn't quite shake out perfectly.
Kind of the playstyle we were going to expect and continue to expect from Weibo Gaming, despite the roster change with Tien and Hong coming in as the new jungle and support. They're pretty much still adapting to the same game plan that Xiaohu and Weibo Gaming and company have really set up as their blueprint. Now, Xiaohu, however, might be in trouble. Moham with the connect, but he flashes over the crash down in the Magnet Storm. He still gets out. And Hung might be in trouble as Hung connects grand entrance into the bullet time. Good night, Hung. That tree is getting chopped down to cinders.
Doesn't matter if you've got the first strike. It doesn't matter if you can't find anything. Tien is here as well. He's getting spicy with it. He's probably going to try and find something that's a flash out from Moham. Tien's continuing this engage. He has ultimate. Breathes here. Xiaohu's coming soon too.
Oh, he is itching to flash Cyclone. Just gets one more Nimbus Strike. Flashes away from the Deadly Flourish. They might be in trouble. Public Execution tries to lock him down. Cyclone spins away to safety. Now trying to block these curtain call shots is Xiaohu, defending his jungler from certain death. Breathe might not be so lucky. Deadly Flourish connects, and Linfeng slices him down.
I know I told you this before we started the show, but Tien really is your spirit animal, man.
I think that's the build for the new Horizon focus, or since it's been changed up since the last time we saw it being built a lot by other mages in the past. But this Maokai is not tanky at all. He has 300 HP from the Liandries, and that's it. There's no real resistance runes in his kit. There's no real resistances being built. So if he ever gets caught out, this guy will get popped like a balloon. And for Weibo Gaming,
it worked for my storyline because I really wanted to continue making the joke that Voracious was going to be an LCK exclusive. But watching the LCK Cup, they did almost all Ruinous, if I remember correctly. So they're doing better than us. They had some off-road players though, so
now,
maybe that's what
that was a show match.
When you are in a bit of a tricky spot, 7,000 gold down here, or 5,000 gold down here. But Otacon here for the side of Weibo, which means for the next...
Which is a new item, the only new item that has been introduced. We'll talk more about that later as the siege continues to happen. There's Hong. He sends it. Bullet time rips through the front line and takes out Starry. No marksman for the rest of OMG as they try to make the best out of this defense. But the inhibitor will fall, and Weibo Gaming now turn their eyes towards the mid lane, and they'll take a second set of structures on the way out.
Is that going to be game as well? I mean, they have another minion wave here from bottom lane. They still have the GAs that are in their back pocket, and they can teleport both Breathe and Xiaohu. Xiaohu does not care. One-shot that guy.
Yep, tree dead, no front line available other than Moham, but he can't get in there at all. He tries to look for the Shattering Strike and the Magnet Storm, but it's not going to set it up. Wait a minute, Weibo Gaming are all falling down, but it's just all the GAs getting popped thanks to that voracious Otacon. And so, yes, Weibo Gaming do get the happy game, send it all on the next self killed under the tower, and then immediately get to buy your items and run straight to the Baron.
Beautiful utilization of the Otacon buff there. Means that it's a Baron coming in. We'll see what OMG can do. Looks like they're going to try and find an engage. Teleport from Harry.
1600. Hung, does he see it? Tien secures the Baron. Moham sends it with the Q flash. They pop Xiaohu. Can they look for more? Light is completely cut off from the rest of his team as Tien tries to escape over the Baron pit wall, trying to section off Starry. As he's forced to end the curtain call early, and the Cyclone is going to take out the Jhin as he flashes away, but Tien's got a flash Nimbus strike of his own to take out the marksman once again. Hung left all by his lonesome, got nowhere else to run, and with 4 members gone, only Linfeng up and Harry also available, I think Weibo Gaming feel confident enough to take the game to the end.
Moham is available. It's going to be a 3v3. Jungle and bot lane for Weibo and the solo lanes as well as their support. Linfeng tries to cut the wave.
He gets a decent amount of damage on the Light. Hang on, Harry. Flamethrower. Flame spinning. Good night, Light. Wait a minute. Weibo Gaming can't actually push for the end here. OMG will hold their ground here, but a teleport is coming in. Xiaohu, the reinforcements are coming for the second reprieve. Tien is low on HP, but Xiaohu will try to push them back, but it's just enough to guarantee that Tien and
that they've kind of put themselves or gotten themselves into, it's not looking good for OMG.
Yeah, and I think the credit that you can give over to them that, Weibo Gaming are not going to be, pushovers. I had them as the first exiting the group. So, I'm not feeling too down on OMG. Obviously, there's things that they could have done better as they're going to send it one last Hail Mary engage. Tien gets caught. Oh my goodness, that might have been a Rafa engage after all. Weibo Gaming, they're going to have to survive.
Let's go, OMG!
Wait a minute, Xiaohu also falls. Weibo Gaming only down to 3 members here. Now Breathe comes in. OMG were almost down 9,000 gold before that engage, and now they shored up the gold difference to just under 8,000, as this engage from Hung actually is dodged by Xiaohu, but the equalizer tags him, and he's gone. Hung then flashes away. Breathe tries to close the distance with a flash of his own to the skies, and he is pinned over towards Weibo's Gaming's turret. Nothing else that OMG could have done to save their jungler, but at least they got another kill for themselves onto Xiaohu, but now they have to make sure that they can retreat safe.
From Linfeng, so things you kind of need to take into consideration, but no longer having flash on Breathe does mean that he is a potential target for them as they make this engage in the mid.
Oh no! Starry looks and takes a step too far in the mid lane. Tien sends it. The Cyclone is just ripping through OMG members one by one. Linfeng already forced the flash. Harry does the same.
Nice job, Harry.
Pops the stasis. Wait a minute. They might be able to buy some time, but Light rips through them with that bullet time, and Tien takes the crushing blow once again to Moham's face. A teleport from Xiaohu allows him to rejoin the fight. Hung is back up, and he is back down into the grave. And he's going to be on the green screen simulator for the last few seconds of this game as Weibo Gaming clean house, full ace on the side of OMG, and the second game goes over to Weibo Gaming.
Why did it turn? But whatever. You're playing into Sejuani. You got to be able to get those camps on time. You cannot lose a single step. You misstep once, Biscuits, and one of the big changes this patch is that Biscuits no longer grant mana, but grant a lot of HP regen. And, oh, okay.
I mean, Linfeng has to go in, tries to stack up the Mortal Steel so he has an escape tool. Now has the third cast. But Tien is just going to flash right on top of him, guarantee the permafrost stun. But Linfeng, still alive, doesn't have flash as they're collapsing into Harry, but they can't bail him out in time. And even though Xiaohu falls, he does pick up the
camps all game. Tien is going to be able to take his bottom side here. If he wants, after taking this blue buff, he should just race over to the other side of the map and try to stop this. Xiaohu's now going to walk over to try to make sure he can check this. Does he actually get the kill?
He might get the flash, but he's going to flash forward. He doesn't have enough range. Xiaohu will fall for it, but if Xiaohu is a true homie, which I suspect he is for Tien, he is typing to his jungler, hey, you know what? I prevented the... I'm not entirely too sure. Maybe there's
That's still sad, though.
Oh,
they were going for the dive. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and Starry is all by themselves. He does have a flash. Hung tries to get in range with the slam into the slow from the Q, but Starry does not get out alive. Permafrost falls through. The Ignite guarantees the kill for Hung, but now that does sacrifice Light's own life as he had to push far and away from that tier 1 turret in between these two.
Making some early aggressive plays to look for some summoner spells, but Sejuani does not. The battle board does not have that much damage packed into the kit.
Yeah, we can definitely tell that Weibo Gaming have a clear goal in mind to try and really ruin this Zyra's game plan, but it's not going at all in their favor, and they're trying to challenge for these grubs, but Linfeng has Fate Sealed available, so Tian gets punished, and now Harry has collapsed with a teleport. Hong might be in trouble, forced to flash away, and OMG...
For right now, Tian, you have camps. You have all these bottom side camps. They're using the priority out from Xiaohu to maybe look for something.
I mean, Xiaohu is going to try to collapse on down. He gets the Stranglethorns ripped away from Hong, and there is the shutdown, finally giving Hong his first death in this third game of the series. Xiaohu still surviving thanks to the Kingslayer, and Linfeng just does not have enough damage to finish off Xiaohu. And Harry is not going to go down anytime soon either, but can't do anything to avenge his fallen comrade. He ends up burning the flash.
We're going for a TP play for this, so Harry's now screwed because they cleared the
his
vision
wave
ward.
is so bad. He has to do something to try to correct it, but Weibo Gaming are there for the punish. World Ender, he's just ended his own world right there. Now Starry, at least trying to take advantage of that no one is on this top side defending the tier 1 turret for Weibo Gaming. They get a couple plays for their side. And Tian already trying to gain control of the river. A little hard into Zyra, especially now that she has a Liandry's fully completed. Tian tries to step up. Here comes Hong over the wall, tries to slam Hong into the wall as well, but Tian gets bursted out, and that's their frontline gone. But here comes Xiaohu. He connects the chains even after the flash. Xiaohu putting on a clinic onto this Silas, but Linfeng with the teleport will join the fight, and Xiaohu's got no other backup that can bail him out this time. Huge revenge kill for OMG as they stall out the map for this Grubs play.
But you talk about split pushing pressure. Starry has been sitting in this top lane. Oh, we're just making it engage. Goodbye, Xiaohu.
Uh-oh.
And that's a turret. That's just straight up going to be a turret gone. 6 Grubs with Ziggs. It's already at 2.5. OMG are going to get the first turret here. They don't have to play for this dragon that's kind of up and available, but if they get the Rift Herald in 3, you have to imagine that's going to be your first set of Grubs. So they now have the first turret. I think this is one of the first.
It's so hard to walk in. It's so hard to challenge and contest, and this should be the third objective of the game. So OMG, feats of strength accomplished for their side. But once again, we talk about how hard it is to challenge Zyra in these corridors when she is able to get those plans stacked up. Hong, looking to separate them with his Keeper's Verdict, goes wide, does not connect onto anyone. The Glacial Prison connects onto Moham.
Oh, nice steal!
Tian. Stranglethorns. Tian does steal the Rift Herald away, and that denies it, but now Weibo Gaming are trying to collapse in through this corridor, and OMG have to fight for their lives in here. Linfeng cannot get over the wall with the Fate Seal. Can breathe, blocks it, and Light gets the first reset of this fight. And it's going to be enough to deter the rest.
And there's just no one from the side of OMG. They just feel lost. Hung is kind of sitting in this kind of brush, sitting in that corridor. Like, okay, well, a great fight from Weibo and starting to prey on some of the mistakes from OMG that we've been seeing all series long.
And now they're trying to force another fight in this bottom quadrant. Xiaohu takes the Solar Flare from Moham. Breathe might be caught out here, and I think Weibo Gaming are just going to leave him to die. Big shutdown does go over to Linfeng on this Yone. It's a nice amount of gold. And an angle to Fate Seal his way out of there, but the Soul Unbound keeps him tethered, and the two frontliners are just going to stay on top of him, so this Fate Seal does not get much done. Wait a minute, Mortal
Wait, his team's here, though!
Collapsing, wait a minute! And Light's not there for the fight. He only sent the Mega Death Rocket, but he's not actually there to bail them out. Xiaohu falls, and OMG once again punish the over-eagerness from Weibo Gaming.
And it's the really impressive rookies coming in from OMG. Linfeng and Weibo have not been strangers to a slow game here, and they have so many comeback mechanics just by...
I imagine it's just going to come down to who is picking the better flanks, who is able to, you know, really cause much more disarray in team comms, as Xiaohu is now looking for that flank once again. Engage from Tian, right onto Harry, and they're pushing him back, but now Xiaohu is deep behind enemy lines, and he no longer wants to be here. He has forced the flash away just so he can close the distance on that blast cone, and it's for this entire game. And honestly, I kind of like it. It's very fun to watch at the moment.
Oh, for sure. It's very fun, but I mean, he's sitting on the side lane now. He'll be able to teleport. It looks like we're seeing Hung try to find a flank angle on this fight. Weibo want to go for this.
Keeper's Verdict at the ready. It punts away Hong, so there's no Stranglethorns that can stop them. That's one member taken off the table from OMG, and it's a solar on, you know, different ideas for them to try and see if they can find a way to force another fight. Solar Flare, there's Starry Splash, and now it might be a little easier, but Linfeng is just wrecking Tian's day. Slices that board down like pork slices, and now that's going to be nicely done for OMG. They pick up another kill. Linfeng, the Yone, is just cooking Weibo Gaming, and he even goes for Light, but it's not enough damage now. Light.
Here we go.
They got to be careful, because if Light finds any more kills, he can wreak havoc on all of them, but Harry finds one to be able to trade back and keep distance on Weibo Gaming. Starry, to their name, it really is all about how well can they carry Light through getting that first reset so he can clean the rest
Breathe
up.
on a super
Breathe,
flank.
deep flank through fog. Looking for Starry. No flash. He's needed over
they don't
the
know.
wall. They have no idea. And Starry is primed for the killing. Yes, they take the dragon, and Starry is forced out of the fight, but Linfeng makes it out with a well-timed Fate Seal. They turn towards the front line. Hong takes out Hong, and now the rest of Weibo Gaming just are relying on Light. They get the first reset onto Harry. Xiaohu was traded, but Light is able to take out the jungler, and now all eyes are on the top two objectives.
Back to back, and finally we're getting some fight back. It's going to be an Otacon going over to Weibo, and like we said earlier, 30 minutes now. They have 5 minutes worth of
much
GA
disruption. He's been picking up a lot of these sneaky kills onto the back line and finishing off any stragglers, as now they're trying to challenge for this Baron. They turn right onto Linfeng. The Soul Unbound does not take him out alive as he gets the Fate Sealed and the well-timed locket from Moham to keep him alive, but there's Breathe! Once again, a straggler on the screen, and he finishes them off. Harry trying to defend the rest of Weibo Gaming from getting into the back line, but he is not going to be long for this world, as his world is about to end. Breathe is just destroying them under the turret, and he's got the GA from the voracious Otacon. He's going to be able to respawn back on the map. No teleport, but the rest of Weibo Gaming can now turn for this Baron.
Why is this Otacon buff so damn broken? Ah, look, they can just do that. They just get to fight. And look, even if Tian dies here, he can just TP back. Not a TP, but he can just walk back. It is a Cloud Drake map, so he'll have extra movement speed around these buffs. Looks like they're going to try and make a re-engage here. Breathe is back.
Yeah, they can get so aggressive. Breathe, Counter-Strike, Moham, nowhere else to go. His teammates had to bail. This Baron is secured for Weibo Gaming, and the hope...
Extend how long this is. The Otacon respawn is just too broken, man. Oh, we're getting right back in. Hung's dead. What?
Oh,
why is he dead?
I got no flash, but Weibo Gaming must have caught him out on vision. And a flashless Zyra means it's very difficult for you to actually step up and try and gain space. You're just super squishy and super gimpable. And for Weibo Gaming now, numbers advantage on their side, 5-4. They're pushing in through mid. They're pushing in through bot. Baron buff on all of these siege minions is going to give them that extra edge to take out these inhibitors. As they look for the engage.
Oh, here we go.
Glacial Prison on the Linfeng, flashes away from the Mega Death Rocket. Hung comes in over the top, slams Harry into the wall. Good night, Aatrox. As Light gets the first reset, tears through that tower. Xiaohu, Solar Flare looks for Starry, forces the flash out. Hung falls to Starry on the back end, but they do not care. They can get the objectives that they want. They take out the structures of the bot lane. Mid lane will fall next, and they might just look for more.
Got another
but
reset
OMG
though.
Whoa,
Linfeng, no!
Shorts it. He was looking for the Fate Seal to turn this game around, but that gives Light the resets he needs. The flash forward to end the game. No game 3 for OMG victory. It's just a 3-0 sweep for Weibo Gaming as Light picks up the quadra kill.
That's going to be the end, and this was the fight that we were looking for. It all takes one kill. Light gets his resets, Light gets excited, and like we just said, Weibo are going to take the Game 3 and a dominant series over OMG here as the first game of the LPL Split 1.
These were the best highlights from today's LPL matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say okay. See you on the next one.